I'm very biased. I really believe everybody in the world needs therapy. I'm super biased, but I have a much broader perspective on what therapy can do for people than your average insurance company, for example, might want you to believe. So there is the thing that, when you're very clinically depressed or you're anxious or there are things that are interfering with your functioning in life, obviously those are times when you want to seek out help. And those are generally the times that insurance companies are going to pay for that treatment because there is something interfering with your functioning in life and causing you significant distress. And when that's going on, seek out help. And there is a ton of help out there. For me, therapy can extend broader than that. A lot of people who come in to see me are also grappling with questions of meaning of life. And there really is no DSM diagnosis for meaning of life, existential questions. And so I also work with people who are trying to figure out, for example, who they are. That's one of the things that I struggled with myself a lot. When you've been in 12 different schools by the time you graduate high school, and you've lived in, 4 continents and spoken 3 languages, and you get into college where you're sort of needing to integrate all of your experiences and figure out who you are, I had a pretty huge identity crisis because nowhere was home. And I discovered at that point the third culture kid literature. And I think that is increasingly common in the world that we live in, where children are growing up between cultures, between countries, in much more multicultural and mixed family systems that are trying to integrate things that are not what we may have seen as commonly 60 years ago. And so there's a lot of identity work that can happen in therapy. There's a lot of exploring what it is that I'm wanting to integrate in who I am, where I'm wanting to go in my life, how I make decisions in my life, and if that's really the most effective way. A lot of what I do is also bringing together personality and spirituality. And that ties into meaning making. What is your sense of meaning of why you're here in life? And what is it that you're wanting to do with this one gorgeous life that you have? And how is that going? And how can I help you get some insights into the things that you don't realize you don't know about yourself? Because we bring in a lot of implicit material. So there's a whole process of deepening my knowledge of who I am. And at least in the way that I work, that deepening of knowledge of who you are, ideally, allows you then to empathize with broader and broader and broader ranges of people and experience yourself as part of the human race and not see yourself as one isolated. Isolation is a huge problem in our society. Not feel like you're the only crazy one. You're not alone. And there's a lot that you can still do with your life. And so for me, therapy is a much broader range of things that we can cover than treating things that might be wrong, although that is also a big and valid piece of it.